What is up? We are back again. It is Sunday, the 8th of March at 10:30 p.m. It's been a pretty busy day, pretty busy week in general, which I'll go through in the coming minutes. Did I plan to be back sitting where I am sitting this day last week when I spoke? Absolutely not. Is it interesting for you to be back? Absolutely. It's been a roller coaster of a week, and I feel like it's actually finally nice to, I wouldn't say have comfort, but it's nice to be sleeping in a bed and in a place that's quiet and peaceful, and there's not bombs being dropped, or there's no sirens or alarms going off on your phone saying that there's missiles inbound. So, yeah, it's been a pretty crazy week since we last spoke. I mean, last time we spoke, it was obviously everything was super safe. Still hold on to that fact that everything was super safe, because a lot of people have been asking me either like on Instagram or in person over the past, let's say, 4 days since we came home. But genuinely, it was super safe. We just decided at 4 p.m. on Monday that the opportunity arose to get a flight, so we said we're gonna do it. So we put into motion one of the greatest pieces of escapism and one of the best road trips I've ever had in my life. And in a really weird way, it's probably the funniest 72 hours we've ever had. It's like just something that I'm going to tell my kids in 20 years and people won't believe it. People didn't even believe it now. They just thought that we flew out from Dubai. So, kind of quick overview. Monday at 5 o'clock, we got a taxi. 2 hours to the border in Oman. We got on a bus in, like, after we got out of the UAE side, and we were like in a no man's land area. And basically, like, the Oman police didn't speak English. They weren't playing ball. They weren't allowing people to just get on a bus and get across the border like they had the previous day. So we had to bribe like a 17-year-old local. We had to pay him like 500 dirhams to get us across the border. Now, when I mean we had my 20 kg, Evan's 20 kg, James 20 kg, Liam's 20 kg, my 10 kg, Liam's golf bag, another one of Evan's 20 kgs. We had 7 suitcases that fit into a fucking sedan, like a Toyota Corolla, the essence of a Toyota Corolla, but their version of it. And we had 7 bags in the car, so 3 fit in the trunk, 2 were in front on Evan's lap. There was 3 bags sitting on top of me and the lads in the back, and it was genuinely one of the fucking funniest things we ever did. Like, it was fucking hilarious. So once we had bribed that local to get us across the border, he dropped us off at a petrol station on the other side of the border in Oman. And basically we had already pre-arranged and hired out a group of tour guides to bring our car. There was another car behind us with Kieran, Cam, Dan and Francesca. And then there was 2 more groups of Italians. And we organised a convoy, so we literally got in like 4x4 Ford Escalades, fucking to Land Cruisers, GMCs, you name it, we were in it. And it was just like white fucking 4x4s going through the desert in Oman for 4 hours. Got to the airport in Muscat, and we were going to stay the night. We were like, yeah, flights will be cheap tomorrow and the day after. And we went up to the desk and we were like, oh, how much for us to get to Oman? Or sorry, to get to, we need to go west. We don't care where we go. We genuinely don't care. We just want to get out of the Middle East, number 1. And number 2, we don't want to go to India, because that was a choice that we saw online. So they said, we can get you guys to Istanbul. And we said, okay, perfect. How much is it going to be? They're like, 800. Like, fuck, unreal. Let's do it. Fucking 100%. Didn't take into account that was the Oman Rial 800. I'm not going to disclose how much it was, but Oman was like a woman. They take your money and they break your heart. And yeah, that was that was like an hour stage there where we just had head in hands, myself, Evan, James, Liam. We had to pay for the extra baggage. My phone died as I was about to pay, so I had to wait another 10 minutes, which was added unnecessary annoyance to it and stress. And my card got blocked because Revolut saw it as a weird transaction because number one, well, I've never been in Oman, and number two, I've never flown Oman Air, so I can see why they were flagging that. So I had to get one of the boys to actually pay for it, and I had to Revolut them, which was just added again more annoyance to it. But then yeah, went up to the airport lounge, slept in the lounge, got some food, and we got on our flight and we got to Istanbul and got in there like 5 p.m. Hadn't a fucking clue where we were going, what we were doing. We actually thought that we were going to go to Cape Town or Miami or Medellin or LA or Ireland. So we had 5 choices. And we were just looking at the flights and we just said, fuck it. There was a nice 5-star hotel that was in the city centre and we just wanted some comfort. We had been through absolute utter shit for 48 hours. So we just said, right, we want some comfort. Went there, jumped in the sauna, got some nice grub, went for a couple of pints. I wasn't drinking, but the boys had a couple of pints, and then we slept, and it was the best sleep I've had in ages. It's so long. And then we woke up early, got a gym session in, and we went to the Hagia Sophia, which was incredible, and the Blue Mosque and the Grand Bazaar. Like, in any other circumstance, Istanbul would have been so nice. Like, we all said, like, we have to go back. It was actually really beautiful, and it was just, yeah, such a good experience. And then we flew out then back to Dublin on Wednesday night. Dad came up and collected me, and that kind of like brought it to here then. So like obviously that was Thursday through to Sunday. We were just working away, kind of getting back into the swing of things, back with the time zone, kind of linking back in with clients, family, friends, etc. And it's just been, yeah, it's been a mad few days. But I have to say, like, I take the positive from everything now. I think it's going to be the greatest fucking story that I'm ever going to tell my kids. I'll never forget it. It was actually some of the funniest taxi journeys that we've ever had. It was hilarious. And I mean, we were actually saying, like, if you didn't laugh about it, you'd probably be crying about it because it was that, like, it was that fucked up. It was that fucked up, and genuinely such a good experience. If I would do it again, I probably would do it again, all over again. And I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change the extortionate prices. I wouldn't change the fighting. I wouldn't change the problems of the border. I just think it's going to be like the most amazing story to tell my wife and kids in years to come. And I feel like that's the beauty of life. You know, it's like, what do we make money for? What do we do this for? What do we have a life for if you can't spend it on health? And being able to like get out of like unknown situations that arise, like something that happened this week. So I think that's my biggest lesson from this week is like, what actually is it all for? Because I feel like people put money on such a pedestal and they put like wealth and financial status on such a pedestal, but it's like they're the type of guys who'd like peel an orange in their fucking pocket. You know, they'd be so mean, they'd be so cheap, and it's like, what's it all for at the end of the day if you can't do things like this, be able to protect your family, protect yourself, travel, have that freedom to do what you want when you want, be able to take care of your own health and your wellness of your loved ones and everything else in between. So I mean, that's probably my biggest lesson this week, but just been a bit of a roller coaster then. Sorry. Meeting up with some friends, getting some coffee, chilling out, went to the sauna a couple of days, and just kind of resetting them for this week. Got a new journal as well, so I'm going to actually dig into this right after this, and then I'm going to go to sleep because I'm pretty tired. But yeah, that was kind of just a quick one for this week. I wanted to sum up kind of what happened. I feel like that was the main story. Like I said, as always, I want to make these kind of just like a personal diary, number one, but number two, kind of like so you can get an insight into personal development instead of business development, because I feel like there's a lot of business stuff out there and there's a lot of content that I will be pushing out that's business related, but these Sunday videos I actually kind of like because you can kind of get a feel for it. But I mean, I'm going to shut it off there. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing this again next Sunday. I might be in Medellin at that stage. I might still be in Kilkenny. I don't know. But otherwise, I'll leave you guys to it. So have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week.